if someone were to murder me right now, no one would ever know. Today's video is coming to you from Valparaiso and Viña del Mar, two places along the ocean that you've probably thought about visiting for a day if you're already in Santiago de Chile. I've read a lot of good things and a lot of not so good things about both Valparaiso and Viña del Mar, so I'm here to tell you if these two places are worth the trip or not. Valparaiso is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a port city built on 42 hills. It used to be known as the crown jewel of the area, but my first impressions were quite different. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen so much graffiti in one place in my entire life. This has to be some sort of record. It's virtually everywhere. It's a shame because not all of it is amazing, like not all of it is super impressive. Some of it just kind of ruins nice buildings, if I'm being perfectly honest, but some of it is really, really worth seeing. Valparaiso is built vertically, and I soon realized that in order to explore the little streets that it's so known for, I'd have to brave a few stairs. It's a little bit weird how empty it is. Like, I'm in the middle of the road and there's only one other guy taking pictures, and that's pretty much it. Maybe it's because I've come off season. For now it feels a little bit eerie. Like, I don't know how safe I feel, to be honest. Not that there's any reason for me to feel unsafe, but you know, if someone were to murder me right now, no one would ever know. You know how I always get happy when there are no crowds, when I'm the only person somewhere. I think this is probably the only place in the world where I wish there was more people, and where I would kind of recommend coming when there's more people, just because it feels totally weird and eerie without anyone else around. All the graffiti, all the colorfulness, everything just gets lost in this quietness, and it just sort of loses its joy. I mean, look at how much more amazing it would be if there was sunshine, people, and not this weird, sad quietness that I'm experiencing right now. I don't know, it's a strange feeling, but all I can say is probably come here peak season when it is actually crowded. Drove down to the main square, and I have to say I am pleasantly surprised, especially with the Armada de Chile, which is the blue building you see in the background. It's got a beautiful architecture, and then on the other side is the statue, which will then lead you to the ocean, and the port, which is now full of ships. Running across the road before the light turns red. I was about to say that one thing that's universal to any place in Chile is their love for music. Wherever you go, you're gonna find street performers and just some beats to add flavor to the place. That was what I think was missing in the graffiti streets up on the mountain that I saw earlier. It was just so dead quiet. It didn't actually feel like Chile at all. But by this point, I hope you've made up your mind on if Valparaiso is worth your time or not, because it is time for the second part of this video, where we head to Viña del Mar. Viña del Mar is probably the most famous resort town in Chile. It was originally used as farmland, but now has wealthy mansions, beaches, and vibrant nightlife with restaurants. Well, I've made it to Viña del Mar, which is only a 15-minute drive away from Valparaiso, and we're starting with Parque Quinta Vergara, which is also home to the stunning palace, which happens to be the former home of the founder of Viña del Mar. Viña del Mar in itself is a bit of a resort beach town. A lot of people come here to enjoy the ocean. At the moment, as you can see, the weather isn't exactly beachy, but it'll be nice for us to have a drive-through, a walk-through, just see what the vibe is like here. See if this is worth your time when you're here in Chile. This is Palacio Rioja. It is basically a museum of items collected from Chilean aristocracy. It's really beautiful and photogenic from the outside. I think the inside is going to remind me of the Wallace collection in London, which is one of my personal favorite spaces in London. What was that?
The Walrus collection.
My cameraman just went like this behind the screen and said Walrus collection. Anyway, now that I've got the camera all to myself, this is the Palacio Rioja. It is not the Walrus collection, it is the Palacio Rioja. And now I'm going to show you what's inside, hopefully without any more sarcastic remarks from my cameraman. So a bit of a whoopsie, you can only do guided tours at certain times of the day, and unfortunately we have other plans, so can't make the next guided tour. This is something that I really should have checked, and I recommend that you do as well, because I checked the opening times and the opening days, but unfortunately I had no idea that you can only see the full thing with a guide. So yeah, just a word of advice, make sure you get your times right before coming to Palacio Rioja. Well, I'm heading back now, and I'm not really sure how to conclude this video because it all depends on what you guys compare Valparaiso and Viña del Mar to. If you're comparing it to Europe, like Positano, like Portofino, which are other colorful seaside towns, probably you are going to be disappointed. If you're starting from other places in this continent and you've never really been to a beach, or you've never really seen towns that focus on street art before, then you will probably enjoy it. My personal opinion is that I would probably spend half a day here if you are already in the area, and if you're exploring, let's say, Casablanca, which is the wine region, that's not too far away. But would I make the drive again all the way from Santiago de Chile to Viña del Mar and Valparaiso? I would probably say no, just because I got this feeling that it's a shell of something that used to be amazing a long time ago, that has kind of gone downhill and has kind of lost its magic touch now. So that's my personal opinion. Obviously I didn't see everything there is to see in either of the places. I only went for about an hour and a half to each of the locations to get a brief idea, but hopefully this video still helps you decide if it is worth your time, and if you want to make the effort of driving from Santiago de Chile, hopefully in peak season, which I can recommend from personal experience, because not only will the weather be better, giving you more photogenic pictures and videos, and also there will be more people, making it feel less eerie and creepy, which is what I felt, especially in the mountains in Valparaiso. So there you have it. That was today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos and epic travel adventures with me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.